included it.
That's definitely in there.
Yeah, that was
hiccups,
a dig at Cobb,
landmines.
I feel like
Justin Felder, his tweet, hiccups, period, landmines, period, getting turned around in your own building, period. All part of getting hired as head coach after spring practice had already begun.
Yeah.
But he did talk. It was really positive. He talked about the his assistants having 70 years of experience and talked about where they came from. So that was kind of nice. It was a good piece on McGee. Obviously, I'll go ahead and say it. McGee kind of stumbled on that question. Probably shouldn't have said what he said, but
no, I love it.
I also don't mind it because, because like I said earlier, this is the time to do it.
I'm here for it. I'm absolutely here for it. No, I like to hear that. I like to hear the candidness of the whole thing. And hell, we've been saying it for years. Like, let's call them out on what they're not doing. That's why I think that Charlie Cobb's not going to like it at all.
Oh no, I'm sure he's gonna be like, "Hey, let's tighten up what you say in the on your
coaching on the do some coaching on what the proper things are to say." So,
I don't know. We didn't talk about the NCAA tournament. The first four started tonight. You had Wagner and Howard. And
oh, really? I thought that was tomorrow.
No, starts tonight. Tonight and tomorrow night.
But that's why we could do our brackets because they all had slashes, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
I don't like playing games.
I think every single one of those games, I had the person who was actually invited to the NCAA tournament winning.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So Howard had 3 chances at the end to tie it up from 3, and they missed all 3. And they're wide open. I was like, man, it reminds me of us. Like, that's what we would have done.
I don't see any purpose for the playing games. I don't know why they have them.
It's just they're just teasing you to when they expand to 96.
All right.
Look, I'm all for expansion, but there is a limit. Like, I think there should be a lot of teams that go. I don't think all 96? The teams should go.
That's like 96 of what, 330
something? Yeah.
It's like 28%. Come on.
No.
There needs to be some buys in there. I think they need to have some buys. I don't want to see.
I could be down with that.
I don't want to see 1 versus 16 to start off the season or start off the brackets, whatever. I want to see some actually compelling games. And you put granted, we had our first 1 seed lose to a 16 seed a couple of years ago with UVA, but I want to see better games. So I want to let the top 4 in each bracket have a couple of buys or something like that. I don't know. I want to see better games.
Well, there's not a whole lot. There's not a whole lot you can do about it. The first round is always going to have some disparity involved, and those like number 1, number 2 teams earned the easier game, which of course there are upsets. And those are much more fun, right? I mean, we witnessed the first time a number 1 has been upset ever. Like what, 3 years ago?
Yeah. 3 or 4 years ago.
Oh yeah, that's people were talking about like whether that was a bigger upset than the 28-3 Falcons Super Bowl. I'm like,
yeah, well, I'm just the biggest upset in the NCAA tournament history.
Whatever.
Sure,
it takes
yes,
whatever it takes to get that attention away from the Falcons. Yes, you're correct. UVA losing way worse than the Falcons losing.
I mean, I still went in and didn't care about any stats, and every single number 1 I picked to win in my bracket.
Oh, you have all 4 ones going to the Final Four?
No. Just pick to win in the first round.
Oh yeah, I have all of them.
I mean, the chances are, really, it's just absurd that ever happened, and I don't think it's gonna. I mean, it didn't happen again though, like last year or the year before.
No, I don't think it happened again, but I think UVA ended up winning the conference championship the following year. They're like, we got something to prove.
Yeah,
I could be making that up. I lie a lot.
I thought it happened again too. I might be making that up too, but I still went in and said all the number 1s are going to win.
Yeah, I did the same thing. I have to kind of force myself to start picking upsets because I start looking at all the stats. I'm like,
higher seed.
Well, and then I'm like, did I pick too many upsets?
Ryan, we're going to disappoint you because we're doing traditional scoring. Sorry.
I don't know what that means.
Means all your crazy upsets don't get you any more points.
Well, they do if they win.
I mean, you get an extra point, but you're not getting like extra points.
Bonus points for upsets.
Bonus points.
For it being an upset, that's okay.
I'm fine with that. I'm fine with that.
I didn't know that was a scoring method.
You could, they have a bonus points for upsets, so you could call upsets all the way through. And
that's horseshit. Pick the winner. You get a point when you pick the winner.
You know what we didn't talk about on the podcast? They redid our lists of things on the back of the stadium.
Really?
Bowl appearances? Yeah.
What's up there now?
Well, like if you remember before, if you're facing the back of the scoreboard, all our stuff was, I think, on the right.
On the right, yeah.
It's now on the left, and what's on the right is Potato Bowl champions. So all the prior stuff is on the left panel on the other side, and the new stuff is on the right.
So they're like balancing it. They're going to start balancing it.
They're going to balance it. Upset 3830 is still there, though. Sorry.
Of course it is.
It's never going to go away until we beat the next P5.
Well, that'll be this year. We get 2 of them, Vandy and Tech.
We should petition.
6-0, baby.
Yeah,
6-0. He's on board, Tim. He's on board.
David's 6-0. I was 5-0, but 6-0 is
you were 6-0. Get out of here.
He's 6-0 now. I converted him.
Yeah, David talked it up. One more game. What's one more game? It's easy.
That game was like Marshall, right? The 6th game was Marshall.
Yeah.
We totally beat them. We beat them this year. If Sean can beat them, and I know that Coach Del McGee can beat them.
Absolutely.
All right, so my whack off kickball story.
Oh, you've been waiting. We didn't have to remind you. You were really excited to talk about
I thought you were going to need to remind me, but I actually remembered. So my kickball team was much like our tailgates, just a bunch of drunk people having a good time, and it got, because that's more fun than actually anything else. Our team got really big. Our team got so big that we split into 2. We had 2 teams. It was the same team, but like we just split into 2 so that everybody had to play more often. Those 2 teams had to play each other, and our team name was Natural Born Kickers, called it NBK. And so those 2 teams play each other. We called it the Masturbation Bowl. It's when NBK plays with itself. And we did not keep score of the game. We just ended it as like a, I think we officially turned in the score as like a 5-5 tie or something like that.
But who knows?
Oh, it was we had like some kid, like somebody had their kid there at the game. We let the kid play, and he got a home run every time he kicked. It was so weird. Everybody overthrew the ball.
To the team.
No, right? Somehow we would try to throw the ball at him, and it would just overthrow every single time. I
see.
Yeah. So it was fun.
Nice.
Man, David, sometimes you let slip that you're an okay person.
Every once in a while.
Yeah, don't let it. That's why I went to about that in last call. I don't want anybody to know that in real life. I'm all right. So big question is, where's Kate Middleton?
Dead.
Ooh. Actually, the bigger question is, have you checked out Coach Scherer's Twitter?
Did he change his name?
Coach Scherer GT, you mean?
GSU.
Is he?
Did he change it?
It's done.
We made it. We made things happen, guys.
That's your fault.
You tweeted at him, right?
I did.
You added him?
Well, no, I tweeted to him. I was like, I think it's time for a name change.
Nice.
And he went with GSU. I like it.
Why can't I find the?
Coach Scherer GS would be problematic. Coach McGee did drop Scherer's name and no one else's, I feel like, in that press conference multiple times too. So I think Scherer probably is one of the closer, consigliaries. I'm not Italian. I don't know how to say that, but it feels like maybe Scherer is like a co-head coach.
Yeah, or like assistant head coach or whatever it's called. What do they call it? Like.
Yeah, assistant head coach, right? Yeah, whatever it is. It felt like he had and like a little bit more responsibility than some of the others. I don't know. I'm just making shit up though. Like I have no idea. I just know he name dropped Scherer 2 or 3 times and no one else.
Well,
I mean, he talked about coaches. Like he just said, the coaches are helping me out, and the coaches are doing this. But Scherer got name dropped multiple times.
They have not updated the coaching like list on the roster page on Georgia State's page. It's really annoying that I can't like get everybody's official bios or whatever from people because they haven't.
Has Tech? Is Coach Scherer still at Tech?
Probably.
Like when we were, he had been like laid off, I suppose. Well, I don't know what the term is, but like he was no longer with Georgia Tech when he was hired here, and he definitely still had a full bio page there.
Do we ever get that confirmed? I know we saw it written somewhere. We just assumed it was true.
What?
That he was no longer employed with Tech.
We did see. I believe they didn't retain.
They wouldn't write that.
Yeah, they didn't retain him, but who knows what all that is. I mean, they had big coaching shakeups, so
they did.
I'm glad that we got his name changed. I'm sorry. I was
the whole.
No,
year
we know you were gone.
Success.
We were keeping it going, David, because that's what we do when you're gone.
The whole year was a complete success. Right?
The whole year? Which year? Which year is a complete success?
This year already. This year.
No, it's not yet,
oh,
man. We got a lot of the year left. I just renewed today.
I still haven't done it yet.
I got called. I got called, and I was like, "Yeah, just give me whatever." And also, like, do the auto renew thing. And the guy laughed, and I was like, "You don't have to call me."
Yeah, no one's called me yet.
I got my 4 tickets.
Did you upgrade?
In the upper level.
Ooh, you did.
I'm totally downgrading. I mean, I'll get my 1 ticket.
You talked a big game. You were downgrading to 1.
I didn't.
Or was it just David?
I am. I'm downgrading.
Not for football. 1. I did not. One bit.
Basketball.
It's about me. It's about me.
I know. No, he was talking.
I thought it was you too. I thought you were going to downgrade too.
See? No.
You got 4? You got 4 tickets? All right, cool. I may need to borrow some sometimes.
I always have 4 tickets. Yeah. No, absolutely.
I've had 4 since we've been in. Yeah,
dude, when we're good, it's going to be awesome.
Yeah. Hopefully. Maybe my family will want to go to a game when we're good. But right now, they don't give a shit. My daughters just want to go, or my oldest just wants to tailgate. That's all she wants to do.
And what's funny is that you can just go up to the ticket office and get her a free ticket.
Right. For another 5 years, yeah.
I know, so it's like whatever.
It's like 12 or something.
My kid also really loves tailgating and not as much the game. So
yeah, because that's our kids, and that's what's the best, most fun.
I know they get it.
Your kid knows that it's Georgia State football. That's what it is.
Yeah. And Carter, the second kid, whatever. Like whenever I say something on, like they have kid shows on, whatever. I'm like, nope. All right, Daddy's taking over Daddy shows time. She's like, football. I'm like, no, we got a while.
Basketball.
Got a while to
go.
It was basketball for a while, and yeah.
We were at the Wendy's drive-thru, and they had like their NFL special still up, the one near your house, David, because all of those fast food restaurants are just janky as fuck.
Horrible.
And she was just like, football, and I'm like, yeah, there's not any football until like August.
They're just behind.
We got UFL coming up here.
I know, but that's not what this was about.
Are you gonna be a Birmingham Stallions fan?
Or
dude, I'm not gonna watch it unless there's an Atlanta team.
Or are there other teams to choose from?
Well, so for me, Birmingham is the closest team to Atlanta, which doesn't qualify as Atlanta. I don't think we can consider Birmingham part of the metro Atlanta area just yet. But then there's Memphis.
Yeah, I like that.
The Memphis Showboats.
The Showboats? That's kind of fun.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, Memphis is your town.
Are they going to
hometown?
Are they going to play in Are they going to play in actual stadiums this year? Or are they going to all play in Birmingham again?
I think they're actually playing in home stadiums this year.
Nice. Step up.
Yeah. So, I know. I'm trying to convince. All right. I haven't talked to him yet. I'm thinking about getting my brother-in-law to meet me in Birmingham for the Showboats Stallions game, just to go hang out and stuff.
Maybe go to
Birmingham's kind of halfway between Memphis and Atlanta. It's a little bit longer of a drive. It's like an extra 30, 45 minutes for him. But yeah, go to Birmingham. I don't know.
Nice.
Yeah.
Did you see that they published the payouts for the CFP 2026?
Yeah, I kind of talked about it tonight.
1.8 mil for each G5.
Like 58.3% goes to SEC and Big Ten.
Yeah, it's fair, right?
Yeah, right.
Each SEC team, $23.6 million. Holy shit.
9%.
Why are we determining G5? All of this before we determine what teams are going to be in it? Like, I feel like you earn the money if you earn your way into it.
The only one that has that is Notre Dame.
If they're not in it,
if they're not in it, they get 12.5. If they're in
they still get money if they don't get into the playoff.
That's what we're talking about. This is money if you don't get it. I mean, whether you get in or not.
Every school gets all this money no matter what, and Notre Dame gets $6 million more if they get in.
Well, so here's the deal:
18.5 million.
The conferences, they're not going to get in because the conference champion will always get in, right? I mean, that they're guaranteeing that for P4 programs at this point, and one G5 program will get
top 5 conference champions all get in.
Yep.
Well, the conference champions will all get in P4.
Top 5 conference champions get in. So you get one G5 in.
We'll get in.
So like it sort of makes sense that they will get money no matter what, but like the Notre Dame is not guaranteed to make the playoffs, and if they don't make the playoffs, they're just going to get money anyway.
No, yes. So does the G5 conferences.
The G5 gets 1.8 million per team.
This is spreading out the money like regardless of so like
58. I see, they're communists. Got it.
They all get money. Yeah.
Got it.
No. Well, the college football playoff is paying out the conferences just based off of the revenues they get. So 9-something%, I think it's 9-something% goes to the G5 conferences split amongst all the schools.
Right. Redistributing
whereas 58.3% of it goes to the Sun Belt and Big Ten schools split amongst the schools.
Commies. Got it.
If you're Oregon State, Washington State, or UConn,
they're commies. Redistributing the wealth. You didn't even earn your way in. You get paid. That's bullshit.
Those 3 schools have to get in a conference.
UConn and
Washington State, Oregon State. They only get $360K. That's it.
That's nothing.
They could join the Sun Belt and get more money. Seriously, that's crazy.
I mean, that's actually
do not
pretty
invite
cool.
UConn to the Sun Belt.
No, not UConn, but Washington State,
the furthest north school ever in the Sun Belt.
What was the other team? Washington State,
Oregon State, and Washington State.
Yeah, man, I can't. That's
for
too far out.
West schools.
It's too far out. I mean, it'd be cool. I love traveling out there, so like I would love to go to games out there. But like, good God,
it's really just 3 teams left that don't have homes. I guess so.
Because UMass went to
UMass joined, but yeah,
they're joining the MAC, and MAC will take somebody else.
Just got to figure that shit out. What are they waiting for? That Cinderella invite from
somebody to want them?
Yeah, I mean, America.
I'm kind of surprised the ACC did not take UConn though. I mean,
well, and they're good at basketball, so like they've got that.
Their football's garbage, but their basketball is good. But UConn seems to kind of fit the profile of ACC.
Football's garbage, basketball's good. Yeah,
right. I mean, Florida State and Clemson are leaving pretty soon, so.
Yeah. I mean, and those are the SEC schools in the ACC. So,
Clemson filed lawsuit today or yesterday, whatever it was, against the ACC,
good
saying
for them.
That. Yeah, well, the ACC came out and responded, and they were like, Clemson voluntarily signed
fuck off
the grant of rights and the early termination crap, whatever. Like, yeah.
I mean, I didn't understand that. Like, I felt like they pushed it, right? Like the higher ups were the ones that were like, "Hey, we got to figure this out so that we don't break apart." And they're like, "Oh, by the way, deuces." But like, you signed it.
Yeah, I don't know why FSU or Clemson were ever signing a 20-year agreement to be in the ACC. They really were that short-sighted to think that
they should have been like, no. I mean, it was like last year they did that. They should have just been like, no.
Were they scared of Virginia Tech leaving? Like, what was their thing?
Yeah,
like that's dumb.
No, I mean, like if you're being honest, just like pay your fee, and get the fuck out. Like
$500 million or something.
I know it's absurd, but like
Donald Trump
you
can't even
signed
find
it,
that
you
much money to
agreed
pay
to
for his
this,
bond.
you set up this whole situation. Fucking pay it and get out. Whatever.
Yeah.
Like they have a lot of money.
That's
Get on a payment plan. Get on that payment plan. That's what I did with Georgia State.
Put the SEC on layaway.
I said
Exactly.
when the renewal call happened, I was like, yeah, but put me on that monthly plan. And he was like, oh, cool. How many months do you want to pay?
12.
Like, how many you got? I go, how many you got?
All of them. I want all
because
of
they're
them
not charging me interest. Of course, I'm going to
yeah.
spread it out. Why the hell wouldn't I? Money in my
months?
pocket that I can invest in other things. Hell yeah, man.
I think there is like a
what's the
$5
limit
fee or something
No.
per month or something. Isn't there?
What's the limit?
I did
you do 12
over
months.
8 months, and I'm pretty sure that's just because of when I did it.
You can do it if you renew in January. You can spread your
over 12
basketball, football, and pack over 12 all 12 months.
The basketball wasn't available yet.
Oh, really?
I asked specifically, and they were like,
can I do this now so I don't have to talk to you later?
Well, I was asking. I was like, what is this actually for? Is this for basketball? And they said no, not basketball. It's only for football and pack.
I have told them for years we live in a subscription-based society.
What
just
I said, man.
have
just get me on that auto renew. I won't bother you.
Exactly. Just keep it going. Like the AOL business model. Just keep on billing people.
I won't even consider dropping down to whatever. I will just let it keep rolling.
You'll have GSU fans. You'll have season ticket holders that never cancel.
Yeah, exactly.
That perpetually just keep paying us. That don't come. Don't even know they have tickets. I'm all for that. I haven't done it yet either. I keep forgetting, and it's not on.
At this point, that's what's going to call me.
They'll get there.
Yeah. Brown is kind of early on in the list.
You were on the cruise when they called you.
I don't know if I check my voicemails.
I gotta do
when I got called, it was probably like a month ago the first time I got called, and I
have not been called once.
Didn't pick up. This time I saw a 404 number, and I was like, all right, this is maybe Georgia State, so I picked up
413, right?
I don't remember exactly what it was, maybe, but like so I used to pick up every single unknown number that I had, but then I got scammed. I was actually terrified I was going to go to jail because of this like scam people that said I'd like skipped out on something or another. And it really half my workday was gone. And so I was just like, you know what? I'm done picking up unknown numbers. If I don't know the number, I'm not picking it up. But then I knew this one was kind of common. So I was like, all right, I'll see if it's them. And it was Georgia State. So it was good.
Yeah. No, my phone just says spam. Almost every phone call I get says spam risk. I'm like, ignore.
Yeah, I didn't get that. I didn't get that. When I got scammed, it was you missed your jury duty, and so you have to pay some amount, and you got to go to this thing and pay this thing. In hindsight, I was like, man, there were so many flags, and like I heard them, and I was still like scared that I was going to get arrested because I hate the government and I think the government's stupid and would do something like what they're threatening right now. So I had a hard time with it.
I don't care enough.
You would if they did it to you. They're like, we're going to send the cops to your house. I'm like, well, do it, I guess.
On their way right now. And
I was like, okay, all right, let's try that.
Are they hungry? Should I make them some breakfast?
Should I start smoking not a brisket, a butt?
How long are they staying?
Yeah, brisket. Tomorrow? Are they coming tomorrow?
Are we done?
It feels like it.
Ryan's ranting about government, so I think we're done.
We had another podcast essentially in our after call. Last call.
I mean, Tim, you and me did 45 and 45.
Oh, shh, be quiet.
We did well. All right, David cuts this shit short.
It's time to move to after call.
After call. Thanks, Ryan, for listening. We're gonna go and drink some more and just talk shit about
you,
Sean Elliott. Say goodbye, guys.
Goodbye, guys.
Goodbye.